Have you ever caught yourself looking in the mirror and thinking that perhaps your style isn't keeping up with the confidence and experience you've gained? I've noticed that many of us men who have crossed the 40-year threshold remain stuck in visual habits that no longer make sense. One of the biggest mistakes is trying to compete with 20-year-olds at their own game when we have much better cards to play. Today, I'm sharing 7 common style missteps that mature men make and how to avoid them. And the 5th item, well, it's precisely where many successful men stumble without realizing it, undermining all their built-up elegance. If you correct at least 3 of these points, you'll notice an immediate difference in how people respond to your presence. Mistake 1. Clothes that don't respect your body's evolution. Let's start with something we all face. Our body changes after 40, and ignoring this is the first mistake. The problem isn't gaining a few pounds. That's natural. The error is insisting on the same cuts and sizes as before. When we wear clothes that don't respect our current structure, we create a visual effect that doesn't convey confidence. Tight shirts marking the abdominal region, or excessively loose pieces trying to hide the body, end up drawing more attention to what you want to disguise. The solution is simple. Make peace with a good tailor. A well-adjusted blazer can completely transform your silhouette. Invest in contemporary cut shirts that offer comfort in the shoulders and trunk. Pants with a straight cut and slightly wider at the hip create a balanced silhouette without sacrificing style. I myself resisted the idea of adjusting my clothes until a colleague gave me this advice. Dress for the body you have today, not for what you had or hope to have. If you're enjoying these observations, subscribe to the channel. I regularly share tips for men seeking maturity with style. Mistake 2. Ignoring the evolution of your personal style. Understanding that your style should also evolve is equally important. Many of us remain stuck in a version of who we were 15 or 20 years ago, whether it's the college look or the rock phase. Continuing exactly the same is ignoring your own evolution. When we maintain the same style for decades, we seem to be trying to recover something from the past instead of showing who we are today. It's like using an outdated resume. It doesn't reflect your current achievements. The key isn't to abandon your identity, but to refine it. If you've always liked a more casual style, maintain that essence, but with more sophisticated versions. Replace the basic t-shirt with one that fits better. Substitute worn jeans for a premium model with a current cut. I remember when I realized this. I was 45 and still wearing the same type of clothes from my 30s. One day, my son asked why I dressed like a guy trying to look young. That was a reality. Check. I wasn't looking younger. I was outdated. If you're enjoying these tips, leave your like on the video. Your interaction helps this content reach more amazing people like you. Mistake 3. Neglecting skin care. Many of us grew up believing that skincare was a woman's thing. This misconception takes its toll after 40. Male skin ages differently, but it also needs attention. When we ignore basic care, we accelerate skin aging, resulting in a tired appearance, spots and deep wrinkles, elements that can make you look older, regardless of the clothes you wear. The good news is that we don't need complicated routines. 3 basic steps make a difference. A proper facial cleanser. No, bar soap isn't ideal. A moisturizer with SPF for daily use. And if you want to go further, a retinol product for nighttime use a few times a week. I started my routine at 42, after noticing that I looked constantly tired in photos. The difference after a few months was so noticeable that colleagues started asking if I had changed something. Have you already incorporated any specific skincare into your routine? Share in the comments. Mistake 4. Neglecting hair care. Reaching 40, most face some hair change, whether thinning, partial baldness, or graying. The mistake isn't having these natural signs, but not knowing how to deal with them elegantly. When we ignore changes in hair, we can fall into extremes. The outdated cut that doesn't consider the new texture, the obvious disguise of baldness, or total negligence that conveys carelessness. The most elegant approach starts with a good barber who understands mature male hair. A proper cut works wonders, whether to enhance grey hair or subtly disguise thinning. If opting for coloring, Seek natural work that only attenuates gray hairs instead of completely eliminating them. At 47, I decided to stop fighting against my gray temples and find a cut that incorporated them. The difference was impressive. Not only did I look more authentic, but I received more positive comments. If you're seeing the value of these tips, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Mistake 5. Excess accessories, or very juvenile. Once we've reached the 5th item, which can compromise your entire look, the inappropriate use of accessories. This is a minefield where many successful men stumble. The problem occurs in two extremes. Either we load up on excess as if we're compensating for something, or we insist on items that belong in someone 20 years younger's wardrobe. Large necklaces, multiple bracelets, rings on every finger, flat-brimmed caps, all can seem misplaced on a mature man. Masculine elegance in maturity lies in selectivity. Choose a few quality accessories that tell a coherent story. A good watch, a well-chosen wedding ring, perhaps a discreet bracelet. In terms of glasses, invest in frames that complement your face shape. Ultra-modern trends rarely favor men over 40. I realized this when, at 43, I was still wearing the same combination of bracelets and rings from my 30s phase. During an important meeting, I noticed I was unconsciously adjusting my accessories, creating distraction. I simplified to just a good watch and wedding ring, and the difference in perception of seriousness was immediate. Which accessory do you find hardest to abandon or update? Share in the comments. Mistake 6. Outdated footwear or extremely uncomfortable ones. Let's talk about what's at the base of your look. Footwear. It's impressive how many invest in quality clothes but neglect what they wear on their feet. The mistake happens on two fronts. Keeping completely outdated footwear, like those square, elongated toe shoes from the 2000s, or sacrificing comfort for impractical models for everyday use. At 40 plus, elegance and comfort don't need to be mutually exclusive. Invest in some essential pairs. A classic Oxford or Derby for formal occasions, a good pair of versatile boots, comfortable loafers or moccasins for every day, and minimalist quality sneakers for casual moments. I learned this when, after a full day in uncomfortable shoes during a conference, I realized that my facial expression and body language were completely dominated by the discomfort in my feet, making any appearance of confidence impossible. Mistake 7. Misalignment. Between occasion and attire. Finally, the 7th slip-up. The misalignment between the occasion and the chosen attire. After 40, understanding the context and dressing appropriately isn't limiting. It's a demonstration of social intelligence. When we ignore social dress codes, we risk appearing out of place or disrespectful to the environment. Showing up at a formal wedding in casual clothes or attending a casual happy hour overly dressed up are examples of this mismatch. The key is developing a versatile wardrobe with adaptable pieces for different levels of formality. A well-cut blazer can be worn with dress pants for formal environments or with premium jeans for smart casual occasions. I developed a simple rule. I always check the dress code in advance and when in doubt, opt to be slightly more dressed up than less. It's easier to remove a blazer than to improvise formality. Recapping, the 7 slip-ups to avoid after 40 are wearing clothes that don't respect the body's evolution, ignoring the evolution of personal style, neglecting skin and hair care, using inappropriate accessories, keeping outdated footwear, and creating misalignment between occasion and attire. With some conscious adjustments, we can transform these slip-ups into opportunities to express who we really are now, men with experience and confidence. In maturity, style isn't about following trends, but about refinement and authenticity. If this content was useful, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Next week, I'll share the 5 essential pieces that every man over 40 should have in his wardrobe. Which of these slip-ups did you identify in your look and plan to correct first? Share your experience in the comments.